We all know a substance is made up of so many molecules. A molecule is a combination of different atoms. Now, an atom means a tiny indivisible particle is called as atom. A tiny indivisible particle is called atom. The group of atoms is called molecule. Group of molecule is called substance. Now, coming to this atom. What is atom? Atom consists of subatomic particles. What are these subatomic particles? We all know electrons, protons and neutrons are the subatomic particles of atom. Atom is having a center part and electrons are revolving around the nucleus. This center part is called as nucleus. This nucleus consists of protons and also neutrons. All electrons are revolving around the nucleus. These are called as orbits. So, atom is having two parts, one is orbit and other one is nucleus. This nucleus consists of protons and neutrons. These protons are having positively charged and these electrons are having negative charge. And in center part there exist protons and neutrons. Neutrons are having neutral charge. There is no charge for neutrons. Only because of protons, that means positively charged particles, the nucleus is having a positive charge. So the number of protons and the number of electrons in an atom are equal. Number of protons and number of electrons are equal. That's why atom has no charge. So, number of protons or number of electrons is called as atomic number. Atomic number, which is represented by a letter Z. Number of protons in nucleus or number of electrons in an atom is said to be atomic number, which is represented by a letter Z. And the sum of protons, number of protons and number of neutrons is called mass number. Mass number. Because why it is called as mass number means the total mass of an atom is exists inside the nucleus. So inside the nucleus there exists protons as well as neutrons. That's why the total mass is concentrated at the center. That's why these are called as mass number, which is represented by letter A. Charge, mass, particle. For electron, the charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb with a negative charge. And mass is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. For proton, which is positive 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Electron and also proton are having same charge but which is in opposite direction, which is negatively charged and which is positively charged, but same amount. Next, for mass 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kg. So minus 27 is bigger than minus 31. So proton is having heavier mass than compared to electron. And next one, neutron, which is having no charge. Neutron is also having approximately same mass as proton. We all know in the universe there exists only two types of charged particles. One is positively charged particles, other one is negatively charged particles. So there is a charge exists in the universe. Suppose if we take amber. Amber is rubbed with wool. This amber can able to attract some of the lighter particles. What it means? The amber acquiring some charge. Like if we sit on the chair, what it happens? We are getting a feeling of goosebumps. Because we are feeling goosebumps. Why it is happening so means the chair gets charged. That's why it is able to attracting the hair on our hands. Like that, any object can able to attract or repel. Attraction and repulsion property of acquiring something. It is getting charged, either negatively charged or positive charge, but it is acquiring some charge. Any particle or some of the objects in the universe are acquiring some charge. That is called electrostatic force. Based on this electrostatic force, we can define Coulomb's law of electrostatic force. Coulomb's law of electrostatic force. According to this Coulomb's law, the force of attraction or repulsion between any two charged particles is directly proportional to product of two charges, inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. So, the force of attraction or repulsion between any two charged particles is directly proportional to product of two charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. If there are two charges, let it be Q1 and Q2, these two charges are separated by a distance r. Now, according to Coulomb's law, the force of attraction or repulsion is directly proportional to product of these two charges Q1 and Q2. And next one, the force of attraction or repulsion is inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. By combining these two equations, we get Q1 Q2 by r square. If we remove the proportionality constant, we get a constant. Proportionality constant G, capital G, Q1 Q2 by r square. This capital G has a value 1 by 4 by epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by r square. The value of this constant 1 by 4 by epsilon naught is constant 1 by 4 by epsilon naught has a value 9.0 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Here epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Epsilon naught units are Coulomb square per Newton meter square, the reverse of this one, because epsilon naught is in denominator. Electric field. So electric field in Coulomb's law, the force of attraction or repulsion, we said already in statement. Why it is force of attraction or repulsion? In universe there exist two forces, we already know it is. So there are like charges and unlike charges. Like charges and unlike charges. Like charges means same charges. Unlike charges means different charges. If there exists electron, so these are like charges. What it happens when electron come each other, they will repel each other. If proton come near, they will repel each other. So like charges repel each other. Unlike charges will attract each other. So we are having different charges, two types of charges. So there is a possibility of either repulsion or attraction. That's why the Coulomb forces are repulsive forces as well as attractive forces. Electric field. We all know charge. There is an isolated charge or a charge existing in the element. There is the region surrounded by this charge, the region surrounded by a charged particle which have influence on another charged particle is called as electric field. The region surrounded by a charged particle in which there exists influence of other charged particle is called as electric field. If suppose there exists a charged particle Q here, we are having a test charge Q0 near to this Q. This Q0 will experience some force on Q0. So this force field is called as electric field. Or vice versa. This Q0 is having some field. This Q charge inside this field experiences some force. So this force field is also called as electric field. This electric field is having intensity of electric field or electric field intensity of electric field or electric field intensity. This intensity of electric field can be indicated by a letter E, which is defined as the force or the test charge will experience a force. So the force experienced by a positive charged particle is called as electric field intensity. Electric field intensity can be defined as force acting per unit positive charge, F by Q. We know the F is Coulomb's law of electrostatic force, F. So when I 4 by epsilon naught, here we are having Q0 charges. So Q0 by R square into 1 by Q0. So Q0 will get cancelled, remaining 1 by 4 by epsilon naught into Q by R square. This is the formula for electric field intensity. E is equal to 1 by 4 by epsilon naught Q by R square.